Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Chicago. And today our question comes to us from Wild Silver Wolf. And Wild Silver Wolf tells us that some of his friends tell him that they are aligned with or drawn to a particular element. And he would like to know what this means in terms of each element, and also how one would know what element one was aligned with. And the answer to this begins with discussing the elements themselves. And in common use, the elements are thought of as air, fire, water, and earth, plus the fifth element, which is spirit, which isn't always mentioned, but is always assumed to be underlying the other four. These come down to us from ancient Greek and also Greco-Egyptian thought, and they've been part of Hermeticism and alchemy for many, many hundreds of years, and pretty much are found in all modern forms of Western magic, and you also find similar systems around the world. However, it's very important to understand in looking at the elements, when we talk about air, fire, water, and earth, that these are ways that we represent the idea of the elements. They are not themselves the totality of what the elements are. The elements correspond to a vast range of things, all of which are part of those elements. To give you an example, the elements can also be described as impetus, action, reaction, and integration. They are also sometimes described as space, energy, time, and mass. They can be described in many different ways because they represent not physical substances but qualities, and this is very important to understand because we represent them with these physical qualities, and sometimes we forget that we're actually representing cosmic forces, not these literal physical substances. Now, people often interact with the elements through the physical substances, and that's perfectly fine, but it is important to remember that the elements are more than this. Now, having said this, each of the elements represents certain things. To put it very simply, given the time-space of our vlog, air is usually thought of as mind and intellect, fire is action and passion and physical manifestation, water is emotion and reaction and intuition and so forth, and earth is integration and understanding and wisdom and completion and things like this. There is, as I say, a wide range of interpretations for each one. When a person says that they are aligned with a particular element, they may be referring to a natural alignment between their personality and the qualities of that element, or a chosen alignment which seeks to develop the qualities of that element within them. Some people will choose an element that represents qualities that they do not normally manifest in order to build these qualities up within themselves. Other people will go with what they naturally are attuned to. And it's worth saying that everything that exists has all of these elements. And so while you might be particularly aligned to one or another, you can never be exclusively aligned to one or another. They all are part of you and you are part of them. So, it is important to bear this in mind when talking about this, and many people will go through the whole range of elements at different times, attuning to them and aligning with them in order to make the complete cycle. There are many different ways of working with this. But I hope this answers your question and gives you some food for thought, and until next time, may you blessed be.